All right. LDBC, this is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, guys, some people in the MMA community, for some reason, y'all just don't understand when I make another video because, several of y'all, and this guys that, y'all leave some very insightful comments. Now y'all don't never be on a panel then, but y'all leave comments. But y'all ask me, this ain't an MMA video. Why would you make this video? Because I want to. That's why I'm making a video. So you see the title, if this ain't your cup of tea, man, just don't look at this video. Just scroll past it, okay? Scroll past it. All right. But anyway, this is a response to my brother, Town Business JS, and he, had some very, very good points. And he asked people, to do a response to this. And, I'm going to do a response. He didn't ask me in particular, but, because I've heard a lot of the guys, actually discuss this. And, a lot of them had some of the same talking points that I had. So I'm just like, well, I ain't making no video. But, this whole thing with Tiffany Haddish, it's turning into a minstrel show. Okay, that's what it is. And, it's amazing, man. The actor Michael B. Jordan, okay, he played, he did a phenomenal job in Creed. And he did a phenomenal job when he played the role of Killmonger in the Black Panther. He crushed that role. He crushed it. But, the black women in the black conscious community, the only thing they want to talk about is who this man's sleeping with. Isn't that kind of funny, man, in the conscious community? They always worry about who somebody's sleeping with. Have y'all noticed that? They're always worried about who's in somebody else's bed. And I think of the word conscious, like, a lot of these guys, they're not waking anybody up. They're not waking anybody up. They're talking to people that's asleep, because if people were awoke, they would actually understand what the word conscious means. And, I'm sitting here like, this guy just put down one of the best roles on earth, and all y'all want to talk about is who this man's sleeping with. And I'm talking about the female conscious community, okay? I'm going to start with them first. I'm going to start with them like you got the ringleader, you got that girl Synthetic G. And I sat back and I'm like, the first time I ever heard a video of hers, that was the last time. Because her voice alone is just enough to make you want to scream. But then when you actually look at this woman, it's like, she talk about people being fake and talk about people ain't real. And I'm like, girl, your whole face look like somebody is fake. You're on down to your hair. You could cut off her hair. Well, it's not her hair. You can cut that off and you can have darn horsehair gloves, man. You can put, I'm serious. This girl got so much weave in there. And, I'm like, good grief, who is she calling fake? Look at all this makeup, man. Her face like somebody, they took a paintbrush, man, and just started painting on it. But she the ringleader. And, and I'm sitting here like, what is up with her? Like, why is she really putting down black men? Why is she dogging us out? Why? And, and it's kind of crazy. She always talking about supremacist this, devil this, white supremacy that. She always talking about that. And, you're worried about who somebody is sleeping with. But they call themselves the conscious community. But, she ain't say nothing about Tiffany Haddish. She sure didn't. She ain't say nothing about Serena Williams. Not like that. They'll say something about it. They'll make talking points, but boy, they won't go in depth. They won't go in. I'm talking about go in with a shovel. Boy, they went in on Michael B. Jordan. I'm talking about they went in on him like he never been went in on before. I'm talking about, boy, they put the hammer down. They slam dunked Michael B. Jordan. Slam dunked him. It was crazy. But that's what they did. That's what they did. I get this, we want to support our people. I get that's something that people want to do. And it's a good thing. But see, in the right context, because I'm telling you now, the conscious community, especially on YouTube, man, this ain't no conscious community on YouTube. These guys, man, they making 10, 15 videos a day. But, community, I think the conscious community, they took the word community out of it. And they try to put the word conscious in there. But if you follow these guys, a bunch of y'all probably sleep. Because they're not waking you up. Because they can't make money if they wake you up. They can't make any money. It's a very lucrative business. I don't trust none of them. There are a few guys that I would listen to that I think is conscious. There are very few that I know in life that are conscious. Okay, that I would listen to because what they saying, it'll change your life. I'm talking about the words that they tell you literally change your life. Okay, I'm not talking about like they tell you something and then you be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Nah, the words that they speak to you, they will literally change the outcome and the flow of how your life is. I've seen it firsthand. But these people, you know what they're doing? They're making videos. And, yeah, man, the man this, the man that. But, they always talking about, how these people sleeping with this person. And why? I think everybody deserves to be happy. I think everybody and their mama deserve to be happy. I think if that's who you love, then good grief, go do it. If that's who you love, if you love that person, then fine. Do what you do. It's on you. It's your life. And can't nobody else define happiness except for you. You know what makes you happy. Not some guy named Mustafa. Not some woman named Queen. They can't define what makes you happy. Only you know what happiness is for yourself. But that's the thing. These people ain't conscious. They sitting around, instead of like, hey, since y'all so conscious, hey, why don't y'all do stuff in y'all neighborhood? Like, why don't y'all actually get in these neighborhoods and start putting it down for these kids? Okay, why? Why don't you just go do that? Why don't you make that happen? Do a lot of that. Some of these guys do. I'm going to tell you, one guy I could relate to was Zach TV. The guy that got killed. I can relate to him because you know what? Every day, I have to go into these neighborhoods. 7 days a week. Maybe some days I take a break because it's... But I have to go into these neighborhoods. I have to go. I have to take kids, pick them up. I've been doing this for 20 years. Like, I don't have to make a video sermon. I did one like 2 years ago. I don't have to make a video sermon about, what I'm doing. Some things you just don't put on video. I don't put it on video. I just go do it. You got to work. I'm not, a motivational speaker to get people to lead thousands. I'm not doing that. But these guys, they come on, they ain't doing that. They taking money, man. And they live in lavish lifestyles. Dr. Umar Johnson killed it for, he pretty much put the nail in the coffin for the black conscious community. He put the nail in the coffin, okay? He did it. It was a wrap for him. He put the nail in the coffin after he took all that money and didn't even start the school. Okay, that's what it is. This ain't a conscious community, y'all. And it's not just a black conscious community. You got white people that do this. You got Hispanic people that do this. You got Asian people that do this. You guys really want to know? Like, what they do is they dupe people on talking points that they agree with. And then these people, they follow these people. They follow them, okay, based on the talking points that they like to hear. That's it. It's no different. It's no different. All of these type people, they're cheating people. Because, see, we have a bigger problem. Why do black people always talk about race? Because it's not supposed to be there. The only difference between the black community, the Asian, the white, and the Hispanic, the only difference is racism. And I think the black people catch more racism. I think we catch more racism than any of the other groups. But you know what? Their communities, they got conscious communities too. And they're doing the exact same thing. They're profiting off people, off the emotional, mental instability of people. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're profiting off of that. And people will blindly do it because they believe that this is right. But what are these guys doing with all this money? See, that's my thing. What are they doing with the money? What are they doing with the money? Outreaches. And I'm going to tell you, I was going into this church. I was going into the church. I'm sorry. No, I wasn't going. I'm sorry. I was going into my old neighborhood and handing out flyers. And the flyers actually is for, they can come in and get some free training with me, and I got a sponsor that's going to give them a scholarship to pay for their competitions. I can provide the training service for the kids as, they can't afford it. But, I just needed somebody to sponsor me to actually, put them in the competitions. Which, I got a sponsor to do that. So I started handing out these free flyers. And I still, I would train those kids, but it's just we couldn't afford to take them to every single competition. Now we can. Okay, now we can. I got a really cool sponsor, and he just, whatever it costs, I'll pay it. So I went into the neighborhood, was handing out flyers to, parents, knocking on doors and telling them that it's free. And, if you want to come, they can come. And, I saw a church group outside. Now, it wasn't just any church group. I saw it. And, it was a white church group, and they came from like miles away, and they came from like, 20 or 30 minutes away on the other side of town. And they're doing a program in this old neighborhood. Now, I'm going to tell you why, I looked at this and I'm like, are you serious? But I looked at it and I was like, wait a second, hold on 1 minute. It's a black church right around the corner from this neighborhood. I'm talking about not even 3 blocks. And they not doing no programs. They doing 0 programs and they doing nothing. The doors are shut, it's clean in there, it looks good on the church, but they're not doing anything in the neighborhood. And I noticed that and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But then there's a church from all the way on the other side of town that just felt led to come to this neighborhood and do a good thing. But you got a black church that's supposed to be in the community, conscious. They're supposed to be doing stuff in the community, but they don't do anything. The doors are shut. They collect tens and thousands of dollars every single week. They collect tens of thousands of dollars. They do it. And they do nothing in those neighborhoods. So the next time these people want to criticize people, who, their choice of who they sleeping with, look at what they doing if they call themselves conscious. Look at what they doing. And that's just the way that is. I'm done.